Hi, AJ Cataldo again. It's November 26th here in Cambodia. I thought I'd give you a few thoughts on the differences I've observed between Dumaguete area, not necessarily Dumaguete, in the Philippines, and Siem Reap in Cambodia. I was in Dumaguete for 14 months. I'm in Siem Reap for 2.5, and I've already decided I'm not returning to the Philippines. I might go back for a visit or to see something. So, Dumaguete and area, I lived in 4 different places in 14 months. It's a little surprising. Here in Siem Reap, 2.5 months, I've already lived in 3 places. Um, no long-term lease, that's the problem. Traffic, much faster in Dumaguete, much more reckless, much more frightening, much more congested, no rules, no lights. There are a couple of intersection lights in Dumaguete, but not enough. They appear to do quite well navigating. Siem Reap, Cambodia, traffic much slower, much lighter. They have lights at the intersections. They have the walk, don't walk things. The parking in Dumaguete, everyone parks on the sidewalk, and you see there's a there's a bit of interest in maintaining the appearance of a high status in Dumaguete, especially recently. And a lot of people apparently are getting really long leases or buying large vehicles, gas guzzlers, big trucks. These are the locals I'm talking about. The foreigners do it too. And they're parking on the sidewalks, but also motorcycles park on the sidewalks. Everyone parks on the sidewalks. You see a little bit of that here in Siem Reap, not too much. The sidewalks in Dumaguete, anyone will tell you they are treacherous. They are not level. Be very careful. You have to look down when you're walking. Try to imagine sidewalks where the manhole cover for the sewer system has been removed. Now, they don't have round manhole covers on the sidewalks, they have rectangular ones, but they're still missing. So you're never walking on a level sidewalk there. Just be really careful if you have any trouble walking or with balance or with your gait, your stride. Just be careful and look down. Here, none of that. All the sidewalks are fine. The rent for a place I had in Dumaguete, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, $500 a month. Market was eight. I was paying 25,000. Market was 18,000. I'm a foreigner, and this is what they did. And I was in the car and I saw them do it, and I knew they were doing it. And it was okay. I knew I was going to get charged the foreigner price. 2 real estate agents in the front seat. I'm in the back seat. They're driving around looking for rentals. They go up to the landlord and they say, "You're only going to ask for 1 month deposit at a lower rate of rent. We'll set it up where you get 2 months deposit, give 1 month to us as a real estate agent commission, and don't charge him 18,000 a month, charge him 25,000 a month. He's a foreigner." And I saw it happening. I needed a place to live, and I really didn't care. And I just took the place for a few months. I did not like it. In the Philippines, all the rooms are narrow. I don't know why. 95% of the time, you have a tiny little kitchen sink with one electrical outlet. Now, kitchens in today's world have a lot of appliances. In Cambodia, I already showed you in an earlier video, you can see it behind me here, over on that side, everything's reversed on the camera. Uh, I have 4 electrical outlets back there. I have counter space. They don't have any counter space in the Philippines. Now, you can find them in the Philippines, but you're going to pay a significant premium. You're looking at a very nice place. In the Philippines, prices are going up. I think what's happening, I'm almost positive, too many foreigners are being attracted there, and I'll get to it in a minute. And the price levels are just going up. They're going up like crazy. There's a lot of easy money floating around. The people in the Philippines know that. So foreigner prices falling out of the sky. I mean, you're going to get a foreigner price on everything. That doesn't mean I don't like it there. It doesn't mean I can't afford to live it there, but it's cheaper here. It's 25% cheaper, basically. So 500 for a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, no rooms. There is a shortage of rentals there. It's tough to find something reasonable. You get the foreigner price here. So instead of $500 a month, I'm paying $250 a month. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, open floor plan. Very happy, and I will maybe even today show you what the outside front of the compound is like. It's really nice. I think it's nice. So I'm paying half the price. I'm saving $250 a month in a place I'm happier with, Western style. There is, for some reason, there's a surplus of supply of rentals here. You can find really wonderful rentals for $250 a month or a little bit less. Really wonderful. And all you do is go onto Facebook and look up, just join a group called Siem Rentals or comparable. There are several of them, and you're going to be shocked at what you can find. Now I did see, and there's some nicer places. 3 bedroom through 3 bath mansion, $650 a month. And that'll give you a rough idea. You can't do that in the U.S. Language is the primary reason people want to live in Dumaguete. And if someone did finish high school in the Philippines, they speak pretty good English. Here, less so. More likely, because there are a lot of universities here where there's no instruction in English. But in Dumaguete, all instruction is both in their native tongue and in English. So here's the way I look at it. So let's say I meet a nice lady, I did, and she does not speak good English. And I'm saving $250 a month on rent. Forget all the other stuff. I have an extra $250 a month. I can buy her English lessons, 2 hours a day, 5 days a week for $100 a month. I'm saving $250 a month. I spend $100 a month. I still have $150 left. In the interim, we use Google Translate. It's right about 60 or 70% of the time. When it's wrong, it's extremely obvious. You rephrase it and you do it all over again. I'll give you an example of the types of mistakes you see. I told her I wanted to go to a hardware store, and the translation came out pharmacy. So I don't know why it translated hardware store from English into pharmacy in Khmer, but it did. The other thing is, I am retired. So if she's taking 2 hours of English lessons every day and then coming home, so she's gone from 4 to 6 p.m., 2 hours a day. She comes home, I help her practice. And maybe I pick up a little bit of the Cambodian language, Khmer, Khmer. But YouTube has lessons for both. However, and I do think they start with the ABCs here when they teach English. However, we can start watching movies that are English with Khmer subtitles, Khmer with English subtitles. I've already watched a half a dozen of those movies. Those movies help me get a feel for the culture here. Anyway, 6 to 12 months, $100 a month, conversational, 3 years for fluency. That's what Google says. Transportation, cheaper in the Philippines. If it's inside Dumaguete, more expensive here. You catch a trike inside of Dumaguete, it's going to be 33, 35 cents anywhere in Dumaguete. Here, it might be $1, $1.50. And you're catching a trike. It's a nicer trike here. Location, Dumaguete, nice to go to Sikihor. I went there, great snorkeling. I went to Cebu, too big for me. It's one of the 3 largest cities or areas in Philippines. It's just too big for me. Dumaguete is too big and too congested for me, actually. Here in Siem Reap, I can catch a bus to Vietnam, Thailand, Laos. I've been to all 3 of them, by the way. I can catch, if it's a 12-hour ride, it could be an air-conditioned bus that I can sleep on the bus overnight for 12 hours. I catch the bus at 6 p.m., it lands in the location at 7 a.m., and it might be $35, and I'm in another country, in the city in that country that I want to be in. Women. Dumaguete is being touted as a place to come and meet young Filipinos. Now, here's what's happening there, and I don't know why. I can't explain it. Young men are making women pregnant and abandoning them, and you can Google it. It's one of the top countries in the world for single-parent households, mothers. And the government doesn't do anything about it. In America, of course, you'd have a paternity test and you'd have to pay child support. They don't do that here. I don't know why. Um, so, Pixie, thin, slender, shorter. Here, thicker, heavier on top, taller. There, abandoned mothers, I haven't seen one here. I've been here 2.5 months. If they existed, I would see them. Also, now I think it's attracting Americans, Canadians, and Europeans, all of the YouTubers, and everything they say is true. If that's what you want, if you want a 20-year-old pixie, go to the Philippines. She may have a child, she may not have a child. If she does not want one, hope you didn't have a vasectomy. She's going to want yours. She's going to want a mixed baby, tall, light skin, different color eyes. Okay, she's going to want a Western baby, and that's fine too. And that's a big age gap. I did see one video. The guy was 64, the girl was 18. They got married, 46-year age gap. Wonderful guy. Woman's crazy mad in love with him. Very good relationship. And he will make sure that her future is secure because she's going to outlive him. And it was about a 45-minute long video from a YouTuber, and it was wonderful. That is the exception. Why do the Filipino women want Western men? Because Filipino men have a bad reputation. Now, it's not 100% of them, but I asked some Filipino women, why they did not want a Filipino man. And it wasn't just the height and the other eye color and the mixed baby and the white skin. I get responses like, they're lazy. They're not responsible. They know that a Western man raised in a culture where you take care of your children with child support or whatever, if there's a divorce, anything, if they're your biological children, they want a responsible man. And they've heard too many stories where the young girls get pregnant and the guy abandons them and there are no consequences, and then they have to live in poverty. Generally, what they have to do, they have to go be a housekeeper, live in housekeeper somewhere, probably, if they're not well educated, 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. They get to go home and see their child, and their parents take care of the children. And they might be making 6,000 pesos a month plus room and board a month. That's $100 a month. This is not a lot of money. So if you want the pixie, the abandoned mothers, the young women looking for Western men, go to Philippines. You're going to find it here as well. You're going to find women who want Western men. You've got the English problem, and they're a little bit thicker, but they are more top-heavy. I will tell you actually, this thing's getting pretty long. It's 13 minutes. I think I'm going to stop here. I'm going to ask you to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment. I'm going to be doing some more of these. In fact, I'm going to do another one today. So stay well, have fun,